Welcome to my first episode of Why You Should Not Pull. Were you not originally planning on pulling Acheron? Or perhaps you were just going for an E0, but now it's quickly looking like you also want an S1 and maybe an E2? Do you need some reasons to stop yourself from spending all your jades? Here are 3 convincing reasons. After listening to this, you will definitely feel much stronger, much wiser, and much wealthier. First, change your background picture to this one and remember all the time you spent together, all those precious moments you shared. Do you remember what happened back then? Back then, before you knew better, you spent all her money. You didn't save a dime for her, you let her down, and she didn't even get to tell you what her favorite snack was. Are you really going to do the same thing again? Do you remember that look of disappointment? This is the real test. Firefly is giving you another chance. Will you save some funds for her this time? Okay, maybe you don't care about Firefly. How can you not care about Firefly? Do you know what Acheron's technique does? Of course you do. You're on the Acheron bandwagon. It seems broken, doesn't it? She can turn a turn-based game into an action RPG. You can one-shot monsters and even get their loot. Amazing! Think of all the materials you can farm with her. All the overworld mobs you annihilate with a single slash of her blade. All the trick snacks you'll be feeding her. But wait! Now that you have Acheron, you have to farm the overworld, or you'll be missing out on all that value. She might cut the overworld farming time in half, from 1 hour to 30 minutes. But for those of you who never farmed the overworld, it'll actually be 30 extra minutes and I'll be tacking on. Do you see now the dangers of obtaining such incredible power? That's right. Every day you'll want to log in and / eat trick snacks, / eat trick snacks, / eat / That's the price you'll have to pay for such power. After all, what is power if you don't abuse it? Okay, maybe you have some self-control. Here is the #1 biggest reason why Acheron will ruin your account. Acheron is insane. She does 1 billion damage, she disregards all weaknesses, she doesn't even need energy regeneration. Do you know what happens when you obtain such an overpowered character? One day, you'll wake up and you'll realize you can't take it anymore. You're sick of Acheron. You tried to play Jingyuan, your Acheron does more damage. You tried to play Kafka, your Acheron does more damage. You tried to play Jingliu, your Acheron does more damage. You tried to play Sparkle, her best team has Acheron. You want to play Black Swan, Silverwolf, they both want Acheron. She grabs you by the throat. You farm for her, you synthesize for her, you give her trick snacks. She isn't satisfied. You pull goodnight sleep ball. I need debuffs, she tells you. Give me along the passing shore. She grabs Sparkle and forces her to action forward her. You're not enough by yourself. I can deal more damage with more Eidolons. You can't pull for more Eidolons. You don't have enough Stellar Jades. She grabs her credit card, but declines. Yes, this is the end. She grabs her sword and she says, "Excuse me, are you asking me?" There is no hint of sadness in her eyes, nothing but pure, unfettered nihility. What a cruel world. Thank you for watching this video. So, who's pulling for E6S5 Acheron with me? Jokes aside, I've been seeing a lot of people who were originally planning to skip Acheron, saying that it was getting harder and harder to skip since everyone seems to be hyping her up. While Acheron does look really awesome and cool, it doesn't mean you need to pull for her. It is definitely okay to skip, especially if you already have several strong DPS units and don't particularly like her. For instance, I saw some comments from people saying even though they don't like how she plays, they still feel inclined to pull for her because of the whirlwind of positive reviews. In terms of her animation, honestly, there is animation creep every patch. For all we know, Robin in her ultimate might start singing and dancing, and maybe music notes will also rain down from the sky while she casts her skill. And perhaps the legendary Boot Hill might even have a technique where he gets on his space horse and starts dashing around at 2x the speed of a normal character and goes around just whipping all the enemies to death in the overworld. Before you succumb to the temptations, take a moment and ask yourself if you really are impressed by her gameplay. What is it about her that you really want to pull for? If you really like her character and you love how she plays, definitely go for it. But if you don't get roped in. It might be a tough few weeks feeling a little bit left out while seemingly everyone else is having fun showing off with their newest and coolest character. But before you know it, patch 2.2 will be here, along with patch 2.3 drip marketing. Stay strong. There will always be newer and cooler characters. Thank you for watching this video. Once again, like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments what you think about this type of content.